Hello, and welcome to the Design for Greatness podcast. Conversations with Candice to help you elevate your mind, body, and spirit and own your divine greatness. Today you have episode number 19, Live Elevated, Love Yourself Lean. This is a presentation that I did way back in April for the Be Healthy Utah Expo. It came to me strongly that I needed to get this presentation out there on my podcast and on YouTube so that the world could access it. And I am thrilled to be able to do this. The thing is, we will never be able to do the work that we're meant to do in this world if we're stuck in our heads, spinning out, worried about how we look and what other people are thinking about us. Body love is critical. In order to truly be in a position to powerfully do the work that we are meant to do in this world, we have to be comfortable in our bodies and love who we are. I'm so excited to share this with you so that we can live elevated by loving ourselves lean. I am Candice Noss, and I am the liberator of love. I open hearts so that you can fiercely love God, love yourself, including your body, and love others, even the prickly ones. I'm a physical therapist, a life coach, a disciple of Christ, and a mother of 6. And I am here on God's green earth to help others break free from a life of struggle, stuck in survival mode, to free them from their self-made prisons of negative self-talk, depression, and playing small in their own life. My mission is to wake up those who are ready to bust out of ruts and to step into their divine power and purpose, to own their divine greatness and use that greatness to serve this world in beautiful ways. Now, I want you to ask yourself these questions and take them very seriously. Do you think that you need to be skinnier to live a more meaningful life? Do you believe you would be more successful in your career or as a mother or father if you lost weight? Are you in the habit of comparing your body with your sister or your friend or strangers or celebrities? And then do you beat yourself up for not being as skinny or as beautiful as they are? Now, the reason I'm so passionate about body love and loving yourself lean is because I used to believe the answer to all of those questions was a resounding yes. Truly, I equated my value with my body size. My worth was all tied up in my appearance and my performance. This led to many devastating struggles, which I am grateful for because they were the catalyst for my radical transformations, and they are the reason that I am doing this today. Right after my 6th baby turned 1, I found myself in a really scary depression. I truly believed that I didn't matter. I honestly considered if this world would be a better place without me in it. The crazy thing is, I should have been happy. After working as a physical therapist my entire married life, I was finally a full-time stay-at-home mom. After about 2 decades of being pregnant or nursing, all of my babies were here. My family was complete. I should have been happy. We had just built our dream home. From the outside looking in, I had the picture-perfect life, and I should have been living in a state of total bliss. But I was miserable. I was going through all of the motions, but there was no joy, no color, no passion in my life, and I dreaded each new day. Now, the reasons for my depression were many. I was significantly overweight, but in my mind, I was grossly obese. I loathed how I looked. I hated the woman I saw in the mirror, and I resorted to abusing my body, going to extreme measures in desperate attempts to lose weight, which only ended up in me yo-yoing higher and higher and higher with each failed attempt. My self-talk was despicable. I cringe now to think how badly I used to rip myself apart and tear myself down for my butt, my thighs, my stomach, a bulge here and folds there. The thing is, I used to say so much crap about my body that it sucked out every bit of peace, happiness, and confidence from my life. Now, I'm a physical therapist, a seasoned physical therapist with over 20 years of experience. Of all people, I should be an expert in weight loss. but I was suffering from plantar fasciitis, chronic knee pain, low back pain, gastroesophageal reflux disease, and I knew as a physical therapist I could completely resolve all of these issues if I could just lose the weight. But with every diet I tried and every new gimmick that I bought, I just ended up getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I was living in a new home, in a new town, and I had no friends. After living there for a few years, I really thought that I should have at least one person that I could truly confide in. But I didn't. And in my mind, I was a lonely loser, an unwanted weirdo. I blamed my lack of friends on being overweight and disgusting. The revulsion I felt about my body, it affected me as a mom, as a wife. I found myself taking out my frustrations about how I looked on the very most important people in my life. I was yelling, angry all the time, a dangerously short fuse. I started limiting my kids' opportunities because of my insecurities. I began avoiding intimacy and lashing out at my husband. Now, not only was I terribly overweight, but I was a bad mom and a bad wife also. This was not the woman I knew deep in my core that I really was. But I just couldn't figure out how to get out of this awful pit of despair. I just kept sinking further and further down. My 40th birthday was an especially dark day. I used the fact that I was turning 40 as another excuse to convince myself that I was a worthless waste of space. After an intensely harsh session of screaming at myself, I hit a dreadful low. At my very lowest, a thought came to me from my high school days, and it is, when you just can't stand it anymore, try kneeling. My mind had become a living hell. I couldn't stand it anymore. So I dropped to my knees, and what followed was a truly transcendent experience. I won't go into all of the details, but I need to impress upon you the otherworldly sacredness of what took place. I suddenly found my consciousness outside of my body. I was able to observe myself as if I was a stranger watching a movie. And as I witnessed myself inflicting soul-crushing judgments about who I was as a wife, mom, therapist, daughter, friend, well, I realized I was being completely deceived. With Christ by my side, it was easy to see that everything I was telling myself was a horrible lie. I was able to see right through the deception and straight to the truth for the first time. And the truth is, there is nothing wrong with me. I'm actually beloved, beautiful, and precious beyond measure. The truth is, there was nothing wrong with my body. It wasn't broken. It was perfect for me and an incredible gift to rejoice in, not despise. And it was high time I started respecting this body of mine and being grateful for it. The truth is, the reason I was in such a horrible, scary, dangerous, low place was because I was listening to and believing the wrong voice in my head. The truth that I came to know in an undeniable way in this beautiful, transcendent experience is that I am designed for greatness. I am full of divinity. I am designed for greatness. And so are you. This was the life-changing moment where I woke up to the power of my thoughts. I realized in a profound, unforgettable way that I needed to take ownership for every thought that I chose to allow in my mind and that I chose to allow to stay there. I was dumbfounded to realize that thoughts are not facts. Do you know this? Thoughts are not facts, they're choices. I got up off my knees that day and I made a promise to myself. I drew a line in the sand and I resolved to never, ever, ever talk crap on myself again. To reject any thoughts in my head that did not match the truths that I had just received. I committed to learning how to take back my power over my mind and to learn to love and accept my body. I hope that by sharing my story, you can recognize where in your life the enemy is lying to you. I invite you to use my story as your own wake-up call. Truly, you are here for a reason. Let my experience be the wake-up call you need to become the boss of your brain and to start genuinely loving your freaking amazing body. The truth is, we are all designed for greatness. My journey to healing was tricky. I knew what I had to do, but I didn't know how to get there. As I figured it out step by step, gathering principles and strategies and tools all along the way, little by little, I did become the boss of my brain. I learned how to live with a mind firmly aligned. I discovered how to genuinely accept and appreciate my gift, living with a body purposefully loved. And I began to powerfully access my spirit. With this new mind-body-spirit alignment, I attacked my body size goals, but this time from a place of love. And that is the key. With the attitude of loving what I have while working for what I want, I began shedding excess weight. After losing 10, 20, 30 pounds gone, I was shocked. I stayed vigilant about my mind, about my body, and about my spirit, and I continued shrinking. After 30, 40, 50 pounds eliminated, I came to this powerful realization. It wasn't until I changed my thoughts and therefore my feelings that I was operating from that the weight came off. Let me say that again because this is super important. It wasn't until I changed my thoughts and the feelings I was operating from that the weight came off. And it was actually fun and even easy to lose the weight once I figured out how to own my thoughts and love myself, especially my body. When I had eliminated a total of 60 pounds, I could no longer ignore the call that had been getting louder and louder in my heart. I was fully me again. Do you know what that feels like? My outside was matching my inside, and I was totally, for the first time in so many years, genuinely comfortable in my own skin. I was a completely different version of myself, unrecognizable from the depressed, insecure, overweight, worn-out mom that I had been only a few months before. I knew to my core that I had a sacred, important calling to share these powerful things that I have been learning with other people. Because of my lifelong struggle with weight and body image, I was able to see it so clearly in other women, that they were stuck in the same ruts, living in those all too familiar self-imposed prisons of a negative self-talk and depression, missing out on life, totally living without color. I recognized how powerful women are. But when we are stuck in our heads about how we look, in insecurity and self-doubt and body shame, beating ourselves up for not being enough, well, then we will never be able to show up in this world the way we were meant to. At this time, I recognized, after I lose all of this weight, I recognized the call for me to wake up other people, and especially women, to their divine power and purpose through teaching them how to magnify their human trifecta, their mind, body, and spirit. So I became a life coach. It didn't make any sense, but I did. And I created my business, the Mind, Body, Spirit Trifecta. I combined my 20 years of expertise as a physical therapist with its focus on the body, with my command of cognitive behavioral therapy and its focus on the mind, with my deep devotion to Jesus Christ and my blossoming understanding of energy work for the spirit. I've done thousands of coaching calls, helped over 300 women completely transform and reach their body size goals, and that is awesome. But more importantly, these women have truly learned how to genuinely, wholeheartedly love themselves and especially their body. They successfully loved themselves lean, and in the process, they became the warriors that they were sent here to be, ultimately owning their divine greatness and using that incredible body of theirs to powerfully fulfill their missions. Are you doing something with your life right now that lights you up? This lights me up like nothing I've ever done. Would you like to know the number one most powerful weapon that I found on my healing journey to stop all the body hating and all of the self-sabotage? This one thing made all the difference for me. It is the linchpin, not only to weight release, but to any goal or endeavor that you're setting your mind to pursue. This powerful weapon, it is critical for success. I've seen the power of it again and again while working with hundreds of clients. This is the number one thing I teach. Are you ready for it? When I began, do you remember what I called myself? I said I was the liberator of what? Do you remember? The liberator of love. Yes, love. Love for God, love for yourself, including your body, and love for others. Love is the key. Now, I realize this might sound a little bit hokey. I get it, but it's not. Love is the key. The truth of it is absolutely incontrovertible. It's the secret weapon, the linchpin for success. And if you are all in for learning how to achieve this level of self-love that guarantees success, well, then sit up in your chair and get ready. This is one of my clients, Jenny. She completely transformed her life by learning to love herself. She had a daycare business in her home, 5 kids, put on community art classes. She was busy giving everything she had to everybody, and continually she kept finding herself coming up empty. Like many of us, she used food to deal with all of the stress, the overwhelm, the exhaustion, the frustration. She used the food so she could keep going. When she joined Body Love, she started figuring out how to truly love herself by listening to her body and what it was telling her about her feelings. As she learned to process her emotions instead of eat them, the pounds started melting away. Before Body Love, a bad day resulted in self-sabotage, with splurging on cookies and popcorn because she deserved it, right? Or she needed something to make the day go better. In the past, this splurging led to more and more indulgent eating. The common attitude that led to self-sabotage was, well, it's too late now, screw it. But with coaching and new coping strategies, she now knows how to love her body by tuning into it and by listening to it multiple times throughout the day. Her emotional and physical awareness allows her to give herself grace when she messes up. And now she's able to love herself through the hard, long, trying days instead of running to food and ruining her goals. She said, "I feel so great. I've taken back the reins of my brain and I'm thriving instead of being stuck in survival mode. I've learned to love this body of mine and to listen to my miraculous gift. I can honestly say I love myself now. Body Love has given me my life back tenfold." I love it. By loving her body, she created a healthy lifestyle, habits for a healthy lifestyle. And they are still serving her today, 3 years later. This is Lisa. She's a high school teacher and has 6 kids of her own. She leads a very busy life, always on the go, constantly running from one place to another. Before Body Love, she frequently forgot or just didn't take the time to eat all day long. And then by the time 6 p.m. rolled around, she was ravenous. She would grab whatever was convenient and eat on the run. She was so hungry and it tasted so good after a stressful day. She would eat all her food and then whatever leftovers the kids had. In my Body Love program, Lisa learned to truly eat intuitively, to listen to what her body was telling her, and then to honor her hunger cues, only eating when she was actually hungry and stopping when she was full. Lisa started shedding pound after pound. By checking in with herself multiple times a day, she became vigilant about using food only for fuel. Lisa figured out to eat according to her hunger, not her schedule or the clock or convenience. By listening to her body, she realized that she needed to rest more and stretch. With coaching and the support of group calls and her accountability buddy, she was able to discuss whatever was coming up with her. Through genuine love and acceptance of her body, she realized what exactly her body needed. And she actually honored those messages that she received. Lisa began moving her body more. She started a consistent exercise program. As we analyzed her experiences, she realized the type of foods that felt good in her body and which foods didn't. When issues came up, we problem solved them, and she was able to overcome all the ways in which she used to sabotage herself. Through this process, the coaching, the Body Love program, Lisa became super intentional about how she fueled her body, the quality, quantity, and timing of her fuel. She even prepared food ahead of time to eat on the run. This is what happens when you truly learn to listen to and love your body. Lisa said, "I lost 55 pounds in 3 months. It wasn't painful, it was fun, because I learned how to be in control of my own life and not let my life control the food I eat. I love that I have no clothes that fit me from 3 months ago. I love that I did the work to get here, and I love that I know how to move forward." Lisa tuned in and she transformed. She loved herself lean, and you can too. It has everything to do with listening to and loving your body. When we listen to our body, we are able to access everything that is going on in our world. The emotional, physical, and spiritual awareness pieces of tuning into your body, they are critical to loving and honoring your body. I want you to experience what it feels like to truly be in your body, present in your own skin, intentionally feeling and listening to it. So if you're up for this, I want you to sit up in your chair and take a deep breath and get ready. This is what I call a vibe check. So put both feet squarely on the floor and settle into your chair. And I want you to take a moment right now to get really grounded in your body. We're going to start by checking in with your physical senses. What information is your body bringing you about the outside world? Think of 5 things that you can see right now. Now I want you to think of 4 things that you can hear. Now 3 things that you can touch. Two things that you can smell. And 1 thing that you can taste. Aren't our bodies incredible? Now, I want you to focus on your internal cues. So close your eyes, and I want you to focus on the information your body is bringing you about your inside world. What sensations are you feeling inside of your body? Do a body scan from head to toe. What emotions are you experiencing? What's your vibe? Are you hungry, thirsty, cold, hot? As you check in with your body, does it need to move? Where are you feeling tension? Ask your body, is there anything that you are trying to tell me? What message do you have for me? I'm going to give you 30 seconds to just feel your body, to do that body scan from head to toe, and to listen to what your body is trying to communicate to you. Great job, you guys. If you want to live an elevated life, I suggest you utilize this tool, the vibe check. I challenge you to set 3 or 4 random alarms on your phone that will go off every day with a specific ringtone that reminds you to check in with your body by doing a quick vibe check. This will get you in the habit of staying intentional about listening to and responding to what your body is actually telling you. This will help you send your amazing body some love many times a day. It's an awesome, awesome thing to get in the habit of doing. Remember, the ultimate weapon for transformation lies not in the checking of boxes or in the completion of tasks or the shedding of pounds, but in the embracing of love. Love for yourself, for your body, and for the world around you. If you want to love yourself lean, you must get good at listening to what your body is communicating. Tune into its messages, honor them, and you will transform. Do these regular vibe checks. Embrace your body's wisdom. As you lovingly respond to what your body is telling you, your body will lead you to a life full of authenticity, realized goals, and fulfillment. Loving yourself is the ultimate weapon for transformation. Shedding weight, it's not going to make you better. It's not going to make you more successful, but genuine self-love will. It's all about embracing love, loving God, loving yourself, including your body, and loving others. I hope the number one thing you carry with you as you leave this presentation is that loving yourself is the secret, the key to success in any endeavor, and especially in weight release. We all know that the definition of crazy is trying the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. If you are ready to try something new, I am here to help. If you're serious, for anyone who is ready to take your weight release to the next level, to help you find the gaps in your self-love and give you suggestions on how to fill them. Scan the QR code. You can grab one of my free sessions. Picture yourself a year from now. Picture yourself as someone who loves themselves unconditionally. Your body has transformed and healed completely. You feel totally comfortable and confident in your own skin. If you want that result, grab a mini session with me. Let's do a clarity call. 1 year is going to pass anyway. Why not make it a year of radical self-love and transformation? Shrinking into your ideal body size, it won't make you a better person. It won't make you a more successful mom. It won't make you more skilled at your job. And it's not going to make you any more valuable. Losing weight won't magically make everything in your life better. And if those are the reasons that you want to shed the weight, you might lose a few pounds here or there, but you won't be successful long term. However, if you want to become a better steward of your body, if you want to take care of your most amazing gift by learning to truly, genuinely, wholeheartedly love your body, then you will eliminate the excess weight. And in the process, you will learn to magnify your mind, body, and spirit to live an elevated, meaningful life of fulfillment. It has everything to do with love. So give yourself grace by practicing saying, I love myself anyway. Eliminate the negative self-talk. Replace it with kind head chatter. And land in gratitude, where you love what you have while working for what you want. Listen to and honor your body. Do frequent vibe checks. And remember, you are designed for greatness. I love you for listening. If you would like some guidance, I would love for you to join my next Body Lift program. All the information is on my website, CandiceNoss.com. And that's Candice with an I, like Ice Ice Baby, CandiceNoss.com. Become the boss of your brain. Love yourself lean. And always remember, you are designed for greatness.